Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Team Revival team call for Wednesday, February 28th, 2018. And tonight, I am excited. It's going to be a little bit of a different call. We're going to be talking a lot about community, and really the focus of this, it's going to be a very collaborative call. So those that are on the call right now, we need opinions, we need ideas, we need you to be a part of this as much as we are a part of this, if not more in many ways. And for those of you that are watching the recording of this afterward, feel free to make sure that you comment below in the comment section and share your ideas along the way as well, because this is going to be very much about all of us and not just about me or Deanna or anybody else talking to you guys. First off, before I jump into that, Jessica, are you free? Can I unmute you? Do you want to do some announcements?
Yeah. Okay. So I was kind of checking it out, like what's exciting. Well, you guys know, if you were on a Team Cup team, that today was the last day, and I want to say congratulations to everybody that was on a team, because whether you hit your goals or not, you pushed yourself into the uncomfortable position to be in a group with other people, which is always like, sketchy, makes you feel crazy. You probably learned some stuff, hopefully, about the vital behaviors, and so good job on that. It was also the last day to take advantage of the $10 off. So if you've got anybody dangling still, get on it. We got a couple hours left. What else? I guess they announced or not announced, but they had some stuff about the keynote speakers. Go to your coach breaking news for Summit, for the big Summit thing that happens. It's going to happen in Indianapolis this year. I know that they said they were putting, this isn't on the breaking news yet, but I got a little email that said that the price was being dropped again. So it's like $155. Not quite as low as it was before, but lower. So if you don't have your ticket like me and you're going to get it like me, then you have a chance to save a little bit of money starting, I think, tomorrow. There was some updates about do not contact. Honestly, if you want to read about that, go for it. Shipping rates in Canada. I tried to read it. I had no idea what it meant. So maybe I don't know. Like I said, it's all on Coach Breaking News. I think that was about it for this week. Yeah, I think that's it. I mean, did I miss anything, guys? Did you notice anything that?
I didn't see anything that you missed. Deanna, what about you?
I was just briefly going to share about some updates for March. Do you have those?
I do. Here, hold on. I think so. I mean, there was the the thing about the tickets, like I just mentioned. The Daily Sunshine thing. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
They're putting Daily Sunshine on a super low price. I think it's like $75 or $79. Let me look back at that. So that's a really great opportunity for us to check it out. Not only that, but when you get somebody on Home Direct of that, you get 2 Success Club points. So, kind of cool. It's $75 for us, $99.95 for a regular customer. So they're getting basically the coach price. Quiet, please. So that's really awesome. There was that, and the other cool thing I saw in there was, that Coach, go check this out, you guys. They made a Coach exclusive sampler pack that's got all the stuff we sell, basically. It's got some of the, both of the Shakeology flavors. I believe it's both, right? It's not just vegan or whey, it's both. You get 5 packets of whey, 4 packets of vegan, and then you get a 10-pack of the Energize. This is the U.S. version. The Canadian version's a little different. You get a 10-pack of the Hydrate. You get a little performance trial pack, that has one of each of the things in it, and you get some Daily Sunshine. So that's super cool. The UK one, and I don't see the UK one, but I do see in Canada. You just don't get the performance trial pack and the Daily Sunshine. But this is super cool, you guys, because it gives you the opportunity to try some of the products you haven't tried. I know if you're not doing an 80-day obsession, you might not have tried the performance line yet. I know I hadn't used it a ton before this, and it is so awesome. It's something that when people come at you and say, I really can't do Shakeology. I don't like it. Or I can't drink that. You can be like, that's, you know what? We've got this awesome other option, which is, and then you'll have some experience having used it so that you can talk to them about the performance stack challenge packs instead. And it just gives you a chance to try things. It's pretty awesome too, because it's got a pretty decent point volume value for us just to add to your own point volume, which is nice. I think that might be all. I can see that in the UK, you guys have a cool event with the CEO, Carl Deichler. And if you have not heard him speak yet, he is super fun to listen to. Really awesome. Super motivating, super inspiring. And I like, I'm always a big, I don't like the CEO type or whatever. I don't want to be part of the rally. I've always been that person. But Carl is one of the reasons that I kind of changed my perspective on that, at least for our company, because when you listen to him talk or you listen to his wife, Isabel, talk about the mission of the company, the products, you hear how passionate they are about it and that this is a big deal for them. It's not just about selling stuff. It's about the mission behind it. So if you get a chance and you're in the UK to go to that event, go. I mean, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Other than that, I know Deanna's on the phone now, so I don't know if there was something I missed, but if so, she can mention it and I'll stop talking. I don't want to take up the whole team.
I don't think you missed anything. Deanna, did she miss anything besides I don't think she missed anything. I think that's all of the stuff. And just to re-hit real quickly on the performance line and stuff like that. So one of the things too, the reason that I talk so much about, I don't talk about, so you guys aren't going to hear me talk about stuff that I don't stand behind. And if I don't stand behind it, it's only because I haven't tried it, right? So for me, if I haven't tried it, I'm not going to talk about it. I need to try it first because I need to have that experience. I think that's true for all of us. I think it needs to be true for all of us, right? Otherwise, we're just selling something. We have to know what it is that we love about something. Or, you know what? Maybe there's certain things that aren't for you. And that's okay. It doesn't mean that, it's wrong because you don't like something or whatever. But for me, I know personally from the last 20 years now or whatever of being into fitness, it's as simple as this. When I work out, I'm working out. That's the hard work. I want to make it as efficient as possible. I don't want to waste any, if I'm going to put in that hard work and we're all doing the same thing, we're all putting the hard work, to me going, okay, well, if you tell me that afterward, the meal I eat after I work out is the most important meal to refuel my body and feed it the nutrients it needs to best sustain itself as well as to grow or build fat or whatever, and you tell me that something like the performance line is going to help me do that, well, then I'm going to try that versus trying to make my own. It makes a lot more sense that the science is behind that. So why would I not? So that's how I look at it. That's why I look at it. And that's why I think it's important to on sample packs. Awesome. Take advantage. Try it. See how you feel about it. See how you like it. And then make an opinion on it, but make an opinion on it. I need to do that with Hydrate. I haven't done it with Hydrate yet. Haven't even tried Hydrate. Have not given it an opportunity. I need to because I don't know what I'm missing. And I might drink it and go, yeah, I don't really notice anything. And I will say that and be honest about it. Or I might look at it and go, oh my gosh, this totally made me feel so much better during the workout, especially the longer ones with 80-day obsession. Okay, it's just like Energize to me. I can't live without Energize. I would drink it all day long if I could, and Deanna hates it because I used to. And I haven't. I've been good about it. I only drink it before my workouts now. Okay, I feel good about that. But if I could drink it 6 times a day, I would. Don't lie. I'm totally like, forget coffee. This is amazing. Okay, guys. So thank you. Does anybody have any shout outs too? I want to just take a second to recognize people. I want to recognize a couple new, they're not on this call right now, but new coaches that we introduced to the team that are not quite yet at the point of, hey, I'm ready to start coaching, but are wanting to start coaching. They're just kind of working into it. But anytime somebody takes the step forward to me to decide, okay, I want to start changing other lives, I think it's a big thing, and I think that they need to be celebrated for it. I think we all need to celebrate them for it. So I want to make just a quick shout out for Tanya, who is brand new, and Kristen, who are both, hey, I think this is something for me and I want to move forward to it. I think that's amazing. And I think that they're going to change a lot of lives. So I think it's really cool. So I want to give them a quick shout out and just say, way to go, guys. Way to make that decision, because I know it's a scary decision. I know it was a scary decision for me. And I think all of us, it was a little bit of a scary decision at first. So I want to take that second. Anybody else have anything that they want to shout out or anything they're proud of for themselves? Jessica.
I'm proud of our Team Cup team for doing their best, because I know that they did. I was talking with pretty much everyone today, and being like, look, even if you didn't get where you wanted to, I didn't get where I wanted to. I came a lot closer than I really believed I would. I don't say that. I got to change that, right? But we did great. Everybody did great. So good job for that. And shout out to Ashley, who's not on this call, but she's in that same category that Justin just mentioned. She kind of wants to be a coach. She loves the product. She loves the team. She definitely checks into the team page, but she went up there after my post about posting this week. She went to her main page today and did a really amazing post. I should put it up in the team page so you guys can see it, because it was like totally authentic. She looked at all that stuff that I listed and actually like applied it, and has a ton of comments. The first hour she had like 30 comments. So pretty awesome. Yeah. So shout out to Ashley.
Fantastic. Way to go, Ashley. That's huge. Anybody else? Anything that you guys are proud of for yourselves at all? That you're like, I feel like I did this really good, and I'm excited about that. We don't brag on ourselves, guys, and I feel like we deserve to. Renee, what do you got? Hold on a second. I got to unmute you. Sorry. There you go. What do you got?
I got Success Club for the first time.
Did you hear that? Success Club for the very first time. That's huge.
So I need to know what to do to find if there's leads, all that stuff, but I have to go figure that out.
Say it again.
How the leads work. And
well, offline we'll talk about that, because
it's
really easy. We'll talk about all that for sure. But congratulations. That's a big deal. That's a really big deal. So yeah, you should be excited, right? Like that's a major win. I love that. Okay, guys. Like I said, tonight's going to really be all about community. Okay. Do me a favor real quick. If you know Deanna and my goals for all of us this year, raise your hand right now. Exactly. This is the problem. This is my issue with right now. We have not at all been forthcoming as we need to about the goals that we have collectively for you guys, for this team, right? One of the things that I've noticed, and that's what I want this call to be kind of about, is I've noticed that at the end of the day, like the beauty about Team Beachbody is that it's a team. We really are. Like we were on a call this morning, guys. We've got some exciting news actually for a group coming up. Deanna will share more of that because she was in the masterminding of that. But we've got an exciting group coming up of helping, like a private group. We're going to help people achieve diamond, right? And it's going to be a first group, and we're going to run it with how many coaches, Deanna? Like 5 or 6 other coaches.
It's now gone up to, because there's another spouse. So I think we're up to like 9 or 10.
So 9 or 10 3- and 4-star diamond coaches from all over the United States. None of them are on our team, except for Deanna and I. We're all going to run it together and help everybody as a collective to grow, to help their people. So anybody that's Emerald Above, everyone's going to be working together. That's the way that this business functions. It doesn't benefit them necessarily to help us, right? But it doesn't matter. That's not how this company thinks, and that's what I love about it. It's not the culture of Beachbody. It's a movement to change everybody. The whole point of Beachbody is what they're saying is flat out to help people live healthier and more fulfilling lives. Not some people, not certain people, to help people, everybody, is to change. It's a movement, right? And that's what I really, really, really want our team to be about, is a team. And right now, to be very honest, there's times where I feel like it's a team. It definitely is a team and it's family, and we have like a deep connection with everybody on it, and we love all you guys. But I still think that sometimes it can be very easy for it to feel like little individual teams, or very kind of like individuals working within a team, versus we're all a team. Like nobody is in a hierarchy here, if that makes sense. Like we all need to work collectively. And I think one of the things that gets missed, if I'm honest, is not everybody on the team even recognizes how much it benefits all of us to work together. It's really easy to kind of be like, okay, I have these goals for my business, so I need to do this, this, and this, right? And I need to focus on myself because I can only control myself, right? It's easy to get into that framework. But we also have to understand that for many of us, like our goal is to change lives. And our goal is to change our life through changing others' lives. Like that is the ultimate goal long-term. I've talked to everybody on this call, and I've talked to everybody on the team, I feel like, in the last few days, right, at some point. And I've gone through all the people, everyone's goals. I know what the goals are. they're all to change their lives too. None of it is just, it's just that the vehicle is to change other people's lives to get to a place where they can change ours. Well, if I help Renee and I help Jessica and I help Jen to all change your lives, right? To help you guys change, it helps all of you individually. Renee does well, guess what? It's better for Jessica. It's better for Jen. Jen does well, it's better for Renee. Everybody as a team, I mean, like quite literally from an earning perspective, it's actually better for everybody. So that's the beauty of it. Like, that's the great thing. So I want us to come together like a team and start addressing all of this as a team. So what I want to do tonight, what the goal is I want to share our goals real quick and just kind of what we want out of this year. So you guys are aware, because I feel like that's not fair not to. And two, I want you guys to help me figure out how can we create more of a team culture inside of, like I say our team, and that is part of the problem. It's not our team. Our team. Deanna, my team. It's not. It's your team, right? It's everybody's team. If you're watching, it's your team. This is all a team. So how do we create more of that culture? What are some things that we can do? What are some things that you feel like, you know what? I feel like this is a little bit more, I'm on my own here, and I would like this kind of support or whatever. Where are we lacking the support of the team? Where can we grow? How can we work together to create more of that culture? What do we want our mission to be? Like, as a team, what do we want to achieve this year? Right? Like those kinds of things, those questions that need to be answered. So I'm hoping that you guys will help me and help Deanna tonight figure this out for all of us together, because I want you guys to also realize, like, I want you to have ownership in it, right? This is not the Justin Deanna show. It's not how I want this to work. And when I explain our goals, it's one of the things that I love about this company. It's like one of the reasons that I didn't know that I even gave a damn about the culture, to be honest. It wasn't really why I even signed up as a coach, but it's one of the things that I've fallen most in love with. And it's one of the reasons that I bleed so Beachbody Blue. I can never imagine not having the culture that Beachbody is. That's what's so awesome about it. And it's because it's so team focused, right? So one of the things that I want to share is just our goal, right? So, and this is one of the things I love. Our goal is we're going to be an elite team. Now, when I say elite team, some of you aren't going to know what that means, okay? But what it means is you have to be at least a 5-star diamond. I'm not saying 5-star. I'm saying an elite team, because that says we need to be at least 5-star, right? Or more than that. I don't want to limit it to say I want to be a 5-star diamond. Oh, maybe I want to be a 10-star elite diamond coach. Doesn't matter, right? But we want to be elite, so we need to be a minimum there. Well, here's the beauty in that. The only way that it's not an elite person, it's an elite team. The team becomes elite. All of you guys become elite. And it's because all of us work together. It's impossible to create an elite team. Deanna and I, it literally is impossible. We cannot do it. We will never be able to be elite by ourselves. We would have been elite last year if it was 100% just by ourselves, right? Like, because we technically had the point, but we didn't do our job. We weren't effective in helping people the way we wanted to help people. So we failed in that scenario, and we learned from it, and we figured out, okay, this is where we failed, and this is how we're going to move forward. But this year we go, okay, I think we learned some stuff last year. I think we can make this happen, and I think that you guys can make that happen. It benefits, again, all of you guys, right? It means that, Deanna, my focus is on how do we best help you? Like, how do we help you reach your goal? How do we create the team for you, and how do we create that culture? So that is our simple goal. Not simple, but that is our goal. So you guys know, right? This, like, it's not Deanna and I are going to create an elite team. You guys are going to be an elite team. You're going to be part of an elite team. That, I think, is really cool. And when you get the recognition and everyone's talking and be like, yeah, heck yeah, I'm part of an elite team, you're going to be like, that's pretty badass. I'm just going to let you know ahead of time. You're going to think that's pretty badass that I'm part of an elite team, right? Like, I had a part in this. This is me. Without me, see, that's the thing that people miss. Jen becomes a diamond, right? Jessica becomes a diamond. Whoever, right? People become diamonds. That's the only way the team can become elite, right? Without that, it can't be an elite team. So guess what? Each individual has to play their part in it to create that elite status. So everybody that does that has that part in it. You can say, like, hey, without me, this team would have won the championship, right? It's like that kind of game, which I think is super cool. So I love that kind of stuff. That's where that's where our goals are at, and that's what we want to achieve. So I want you guys just to kind of be aware of that. Heads up, if you have any questions about what elite is, reach out. We'll tell you about it. It's a deep thing to get into right now. But with that said, the first question I have for everybody on here, and I want everybody collectively to collaborate on this. what do we want? Like, if you think about what do we want the mission of the team, of all of us to be? Like, what is our mission this year? Or maybe it's our mission in general. What do we want to achieve? How do we want to help people? What is, like, you know, like I said, for Beachbody, right? It's to help people live more healthier and more fulfilling lives. Well, what is Team Revival? We just named it, but what is the culture supposed to be like? What is our mission? Does anybody have any insight on that? Anything that they think, like, or if you don't feel like you want to talk, if that scares you, type it into the little chat box below. Just throw some ideas out there. Just spitball, like, hey, what about this? You know, I don't know. You know, let's, you know, I mean, it's so easy to, like, this is where I struggle. Like, I learned, like, Beachbody has it nailed. Like, help people live healthier and more fulfilled lives. Like, I love that. So, but I don't want to do the same thing that they do. So what do you guys want it to be? Like, what do you feel like it should be? Anybody have any ideas? Jessica, do you have any ideas? I will start calling you guys out. Just a heads up.
I mean, I can say really quick. I mean, I guess maybe it's an exercise in trying to think about why it is we do what we do, you know, kind of like reverse engineering it. It's like maybe thinking back to when I was a brand new coach, what inspired me to coach? Well, you forced me, first of all. So there was no inspiration. You just made me do it. But when I fell in love with it, what did I love about it? Like, I'd been complaining for years, like, I really am looking for best friends. I'm really looking for a community of women that I could really connect with. And by coaching, it's provided that for me. So it's like, for me, the community aspect of this is ginormous. And what keeps me going, because, you know, there's times that it's going to suck, like anything. Right. And so, you know, I think just thinking, like, what is your mission? What is your goal? Like, okay, well, we all want to grow a business, and we all want to, it's amazing that we can make an income doing something that we love, but what is it that we love about it? Is it helping, like, for me, helping women that were just like me 4 years ago become more like me now? You know, finding that confidence, finding how strong they are, you know, tapping into that potential that they might not have realized, you know, to really think about that as a whole. So I would say, you know, the mission, at least for me, is community and empowerment. I would say are two of the words that really mean a lot to me and why I'm doing what I do.
I love that. Yeah, and it's true. I mean, anybody else have any insight on that? Any thoughts? Jessica, what's up?
I mean, mine's kind of similar. I guess for me, the thing that made it so exciting for me is I already really liked helping people. And on top of that, somebody starts crying as soon as I start talking. And then, but the thing I think that was really empowering for me was I was in a position where I felt like I couldn't ever be in charge of my own financial future, or that for me to do that would be putting my mental and physical health at a risk. And now I have that, like, power back or control back. So that's, like, my whole thing is I want to be able to give people the control and find their inner strength and give them the power over things that they might not have had power over before. But it's very similar. So empowerment is kind of like, you know, it's another word that, like Deanna said, that really rings out for me too. But in that sense of empowering to take their life back for, you know, their own hands.
I like where you guys are going with this. I like this idea a lot, actually. What if everybody, all of us, right? Not necessarily right now, but when you're watching this afterward, right? What if all of us go in and actually just type out a little sentence of what we, like, who do you want to help? What impact do you want to have, right? Like, who is it that you want to impact? It doesn't have, I'm not asking you for your, like, your avatar, right? Or your target audience. I'm saying, like, what impact, you know, like Deanna and Jessica are talking about right now. What impact do you want to have on society? And then maybe we take everybody's, right? Look at all of them, and I guarantee, because of where your heart has to be to want to do what we do, right? Because of the type of people that we're going to attract to all of us, we're all going to have, there's going to be commonality between all of those things, where we can then just take a few of the words and go, okay, as a whole, this is the team. Like, this is what we want to achieve out of this, right? Yeah, or like Deanna said, even a single word or you know, a handful of words that just kind of express collectively what we want to do, right? Like this isn't just even about me. This is like as a team, this is going to be our focus. Does that sound, give me a thumbs up if that sounds good, or if you hate the idea, give me a thumbs down. Like don't hesitate. I don't want to like dictate this. I make mistakes.
Do any other power words or words like come to mind? Like when like Jess shared about empowerment and things like that, was there any words that just like automatically popped in your guys' head, Renee?
I think for me, like I totally agree with you guys. And then I think for me, like my word or whatever would be almost like breaking free, like breaking out of where I thought I was stuck in mentally and eventually for me, hopefully financially and that kind of thing. Where as I walk this out, I know right now I'm breaking through the mental part, just taking the steps, and my whole fitness journey has been that. I didn't even think I could do 21 days, and that was my first breaking through that, and it's just progressing now. And now a year later, now the 80 days, and now the coaching, and so I think that's the thing for me, kind of breaking free from that feeling stuck.
So you said breaking out?
Yeah, like just as like I felt stuck, and all of this is helping me break out of that mentality of this is it, this is all I got. I need to be happy here, but like just doing the thing, realizing that you can take control over things and do more.
Awesome.
All kinds of things in your life, like not only financially, but just even physically and mentally, and what kind of break out of things that we felt stuck in our whole life. So yeah, does that make sense?
Perfect.
I love that. Yeah. So like breaking through stuff too, you know, like this is the whole point, right? It could be like, you know, just for instance, it could be like, okay, well, our mission is to help people break through their barriers to become more empowered. And you know what I mean? Like we can create like a little mission statement, if you will, that from all of these different words, right? That really kind of like expresses what we're all about as a team, right? Like everybody, you know? So are you guys cool with doing that? Let's just write down, like everybody write down like your little sentence. So when I will post this in the team page, no later than tomorrow morning or tomorrow early, you know, like early afternoon, before the afternoon. And then just below that, and I'll type this in the copy I'm going to post this with, but just below that, just type out like, hey, this is my, you know, this is what I would say. This is my mission statement. And, you know, and then we'll just kind of pull all those and we'll read them all and we'll look at them and then go, okay, great. This is what, and I'll throw out a couple different options, maybe do a little poll and everybody can vote and see what we do, right? Does that sound good? Awesome. Okay. So, so the next big thing is I really wanted, so we've got a couple things in the works. I'll tell you guys now. We haven't figured out all the details of them yet, so I don't want to share everything, but we've got a couple things in the works on ways that we hope to bring everybody together and to help you guys, help us all really push ourselves to achieve more of our goals truly as a team. So there are some groups and some stuff that we have coming on board that I'm excited about. But aside from that, what else? Is there anything right now that you either feel like this makes me feel more like an individual than in a team? Or is there anything that you guys have, any suggestions you have that would make the team page, for instance, feel more like a home for everybody, somewhere you want to spend time? For instance, let me just throw something out. For instance, every time somebody signs up a person and gets them plugged in with a challenge pack into a challenge group, every single time they go in and there's maybe a pinned post at the top of I'm just spitballing this. Maybe there's a pinned post at the top of the page that says, ring this bell or whatever. And at that time you get to go and be like, oh my gosh, I just signed this person up. And you give a little bio about them. Their goals are X, Y, and Z, and they're going to be doing PIO, and I'm really excited for them. And everybody gets to be like, yay, awesome. You know, and it's just like every time that happens, you get to kind of go in and ring the bell, and this is another life changed, right? And we all kind of like show up. I want to create something that's like fun, that you actually want to go in and you want to like yesterday when I introduced Tanya to the group, and I actually tagged on purpose in one of her questions after that introduction, she mentioned a question, and I tagged Jessica and Jennifer and Madeline in that comment to ask their opinion, because I wanted the interaction, because you guys, I know that you guys have the answers for that question, the question you had about meal prep and stuff, like they'll nail this. And I want the interaction. Like I want us to be like, hey, you know, like if somebody comes in somebody introduces, I want us to be the people that show up, be like, what's up? I hate the analogy, but like, it's kind of like the Navy SEAL team, right? Like no man left behind, right? It's that kind of support system, like that kind of like culture that I want to create. So is there anything that you guys can think of that might help, any activities in the team page that you guys think might help create more of that feeling or that culture, or things that you feel like are taking away from that culture that we need to nip in the bud now?
Don't hold back.
That's your suggestion, or are you saying that's everybody on the call?
Don't hold back. Like if there's things that you want to see more of, if there's things you want to see less of, things that are confused, because by doing that, it allows us to all together become better, because it's not perfect. And, so we love feedback, so we can all work together to improve it.
Totally. Any ideas?
I don't know. I don't know so much that it's an idea, but I think. Oh, sorry, Jess, were you going?
No, it's okay, Renee. Jessica, talk anytime.
Okay. Can you hear me okay by this?
Yeah.
Okay.
It goes back and forth, but we can make it out.
Okay. I think I like when I was reading up on the new coach training kind of stuff. So one of I'm still learning them, but the vital things, one of them is celebrate. And so I'm like, okay, well, what does that look like? And so I guess I'm starting to really pick up, oh, okay, that's celebrating that. And oh, celebrating that. So I really like that idea, Justin, because like, even when you started, like, is there anything you want to brag on yourself? And it's not so much that you're like, I'm so awesome, because it's just, I think it helps to have somewhere to go and say, hey, I got one. Oh, you did? Yeah, I got one too. Like just this community and doing this, the 80 days and doing all this stuff, and really just coming to a place where we all are getting excited about the same thing. Like for me to talk about that to a friend that has no idea, they're not going to be excited about that. They don't get it. But because we get it, so I like that idea of to celebrate, like we're celebrating each other. And you brought up Navy SEAL, and I heard a story about how a guy interviewed a Navy SEAL, and he said that what they said is when they're in a crew or whatever, like there's 5 of them, you're safe and protected, or like you're one, because you're not thinking about yourself, you're thinking about the 5, you're thinking about the 4 others. So now, because you're taking care of the 4 others, and the 4 others are also taking care of you, you're not so concentrated on yourself, you're thinking about everyone else. So everyone else is now being taken care of by 5 other people, compared to just you looking out for you. And so I think there's a lot of that going on. But yeah, I think the celebration, so we're all just like, yay, we get it.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think celebration is a massive thing, and I will be the first one to say, and Donna might actually be the first one to say, but I will be the second to say that I am absolutely so guilty of like ridiculously not recognizing people the way that I should in the times that I should. Horrible about it. And it's definitely something that I myself need to work on for sure. We need to change up. And it's something that I need to lead the calling with, if that makes sense, so that everybody else kind of follows suit, because celebration is a big deal. And I'll tell you, nobody in here is doing easy work. Nobody's doing easy work in the workouts. Nobody's doing easy work in the nutrition plans, and nobody's doing easy work with putting yourself out there to invite other people or to put yourself out there online. It's all uncomfortable. That's why it works, right? It's uncomfortable. So every single person in here that's willing to get uncomfortable damn well deserves to get the recognition that they're willing to step out of their comfort zone. And I'll tell you right now, what we do need to know is coaching in general, coaching without question rewards people that are willing to be uncomfortable. And you want to see who rewards more? The people that do better are the people that are getting more uncomfortable. Literally in every sense. It rewards more the people that are more uncomfortable. Period. That's how it works. And so knowing that, it needs to be a team of like, well played. It might seem small to you what you did, but it's not. We don't feel it can't fall on deaf ears. It has to fall on a team of recognition and support. So I love that idea, and I think we definitely need to celebrate more. So maybe even figuring out, specific. It's hard almost on specific days because it's almost like too contrived. if that makes sense, right? So we need to figure out a way to kind of bring more of that into it, so it's a natural thing that people just do it. They brag on themselves, they brag on other people, and it's just part of what we do. But I definitely want to work on that. So I love that, Renee. Thank you. And also, the only other thing I was thinking as well is I honestly, guys, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. This could be a terrible idea. But one of the things that I do know is our 80-day obsession group right now is incredible. I've never seen interaction like I've seen in that group. Put that aside, our Fly Project group, which is brand new, just started on Monday, is already really impressive with interaction as well. It's a very tight-knit group out of the gate. Nothing, and it's not because everybody's doing the same program. So it's not the reason that we thought 80-day obsession group is going so well is because everybody started on the same day, everybody started the same program, we're all going through the same things, and there's always some camaraderie that gets built when you guys go through that, or when people go through those same things. Typically speaking, multi-program groups there's not as much of that camaraderie for us. That's what we've seen. However, this particular group is doing quite well, and everybody's very interactive with it, which is surprising. The only thing I personally can think of is that we also have coaches. There's a large team of other coaches that are in this group that are working this with us. So if that helps us get more interaction in the group and get more people excited, then maybe larger team challenge groups or smaller team challenge groups within the larger team, right? Maybe that's beneficial. Maybe we collectively, pick 5 or 6 people and go, all of us coaches, we're going to put all our people in this one group and we're going to run this group. Maybe we run a challenge group in the actual team page. No, because that wouldn't work because we need to, but you know what I mean? Like something like that, where it's like a massive group of people all in one group, and it's a bunch of coaches there too. So there's a lot of interaction that way, I'm just thinking that, all I can go off is what we've seen. And I've seen a lot of interaction in the Fly Project. I've seen a lot of interaction in 80-day obsession because we have people that are on the same mission as us in those groups. It only seems logical to think that a team challenge group or a smaller team challenge groups could create more interaction, which creates more connection, which creates more of the team feeling. Does that make sense? So that's just a thought. I mean, and we'll go through that. If I'll probably do a bunch of polls for the next few weeks. What do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about this? And I'll let everybody kind of vote on it. And FYI, if I do polls, if you disagree, if you think no, say no. Don't agree with Deanna or I because you think because you feel some way that you're supposed to in some way or something like that. We're wrong 90% of the time. I'll tell you right now. Say yes. Well, I'm not wrong. Deanna's wrong.
He's wrong 90% of the time. I tell him he's wrong all the time. Just this morning, actually.
I'm always wrong. Yeah. Fair enough. At least I'll admit it. Anybody else? Any ideas? Anything else that kind of comes into your minds?
I do love the Fly group for sure. I love that we're talking to each other's challengers. I really do feel the team part of it, and I also feel like this is perfect training too. I'm really actually getting a feel for what it should look like, and maybe not should look like, but what. I love it. I love that we're all talking to each other. They don't know who's coaches and not, so they're all like, "Oh, okay, this is what we do." We're all here for each other.
Yeah.
And so that's one of my favorites. Not that I've done a gazillion over the years, but this is my favorite as well, when there's a lot of coaches going on.
I agree. I really agree with that. So, maybe we do a couple larger groups. My only concern is that it can get too big if we have everybody on the team. So maybe sectioning it off, and maybe even sectioning it off into 2 different groups and having a little challenge between the 2 groups in the actual coach page, where you're like, I bet our group will give little daily challenges, and let's see who does it in ours. Let's see, kind of I don't know, have some fun little incentive type thing, right? We will be working on some incentives. I know that for everybody. And I know that we're going to be working, like I said, on some groups. So there's going to be some other stuff. But here's what I would like, and then I'll let you guys go. I would love it if you come up with anything. I want you guys, everybody just to think on this for a night or a couple nights. And when I post this in the team page, and if you're watching this after I posted it, think about it tonight. Come back on this post and just post any ideas you have, anything that you think would add to the team feeling, right? To the community of the team page, of Team Revival page, to help it become more connected. anything that you can say that you feel like this makes me feel more separated. So let's kind of nip this in the bud, right? And again, whatever your particular mission is for you, what impact you personally want to have on the people around you and on your larger reach of why you decided to be a coach. Those three things, kind of go through those and just comment below. And so the more interaction in this post, the better, because I don't, like, again, if it's only a couple of us, then it's only going to be for a couple of us. I want everybody to have input on this, you know, otherwise it negates the whole idea of the team thing, right? Like, everyone gets that. Does that sound good to everybody? Thumbs up? Okay. Does anybody have any questions about any of this or anything that they just want to say before I let you guys go? Nothing? Okay. All right, guys. That is all for tonight. So we will get back into real, like, official training next week, but I wanted to just kind of take a step back and, okay, let's focus on this, because I truly believe once we unify 100% as a team, the training is pretty easy, guys. We all know what we're supposed to do. It's not rocket science. I mean, like, if I can do this, pretty much anybody can do this, right? So it's not rocket science. Really, I think what's going to happen is when we really become really a stronger team, and we really functionally work together to help everybody individually. So it's not just me and Deanna trying to help people, or Jessica trying to help people, or Jen, you know, it's not that individual thing. It's everybody kind of pulls in, because everyone's going to have different ideas and, you know, different ways to go about it. Like, my invite process isn't the best, right? It's what I use. It might be, you know, Jessica's might be better for you, Renee, and you know, and Justice, you might have something that you learned from Jen that was really solid. And, you know, like, we all need to kind of collectively help each other, regardless of what's up, Jess.
Well, that was the one idea I had earlier. I couldn't remember what it was. And I was like, what was it I was going to say? Yes, we were silent until I started talking. Okay, so I don't know if it probably is super annoying because I write really long posts, but it's been really helping me to a couple times a week try to come up with a little something I can throw to the team and say, you know, this is what I've learned. This is what I've messed up, whatever. And I don't know, maybe you guys will hate this idea, but what if the people who are working this business, like, even, I don't care if you're a new coach or an emerald or a diamond or whatever, what if we took a day a month or whatever, how many days a month, that you are responsible for posting something that's going to help the team? You know, maybe we'll have different topics or whatever, and it doesn't have to be big. Like, hey, my pictures when I do this get more likes, or whatever it is. It could be really basic. This helps me with time management or whatever, but it helps me to try to help other people. You know, when you teach, you do better. So what about that? Like, different perspectives from different levels of the business.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. And I actually do that intentionally sometimes. Specifically to people, I will ask them to teach something that they are currently struggling with, because then it forces them to dive in deeper and to get that knowledge. Or people that are extra negative, maybe sometimes I'm like, hey, can you share blah, 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 3 steps on how to create more positivity, you know, and so it's teaching them and then teaching others. So yeah,
well, maybe the people that that have coaches on the team, or like Justin and Deanna, you guys talk to all of us. Maybe then we say, hey, I want so-and-so to do a post. And you guys know, you kind of are in on it, that we're like, you know, calling you out for something you might have said is hard for you. But maybe that's what we do. So this is what everybody posts on. I mean, I love that.
Yeah. No, I think that's great. And guys, like I said, legitimately, please understand, like, there are things that it can be hard when you get to, you know, it can be hard. Like, if you take, you know, one of the top 10 coaches, right? Amy Silverman, for instance, right? You take her and you have her explain to a brand new coach that doesn't know anything about it exactly how to do the business. She's got a system for it, but there's going to be some disconnects, because they're at such different levels that it's like certain things that are working for these brand new people and here that just started, what's working for her might be working for her because of who she is and because of how much time she's built, not because it just works for somebody brand new. So there's a lot of skill sets that brand new coaches that come into the business have. If they find something that's working if you find something that's working for you, it might be completely against what I would say to do, that we would do. It wouldn't work for us, but it works for a brand new coach that doesn't know it. So hey, awesome, share that. Don't think that what you're doing because you're newer, Justice, perfect example. Dude, don't ever think that what you do because you're the newest one on this particular call, right? That what you do doesn't hold as much weight, if not more, than anything I do or Deanna does or Jessica or anybody else, right? Like, you have stuff to share the way you hit Success Club last month. You have stuff to share that other people in here, like, you would share it different than I would. And you're going to be able to impact brand new coaches in a completely different way than I can. And you're going to be able to share successes. It's a big deal. I can't even attach to people like that. I can't explain it to them that way. You can, because you're there right now with them. You're in the same spot. This is what I'm doing. You can do this too. This is how I do it. Right? Like, it's a totally different ballgame. So please don't discount that. What's up?
And the Justice goes first then.
Yeah. Sorry. I just have to call you out because you're like the newest one. So in this call, you were there. Sorry, man. I threw under the bus. But it's true. Like, you're doing awesome. You're brand new and you're totally killing it and you're going for it and it's inspiring. And it's like, okay, well, I would never want you to think that for any reason you don't have value to share because you're newer. That's exactly why you have value to share. That's the specific value you have to share. Right? Renee is the same way. Kind of a little bit newer into getting back into it. You took a little break. Awesome. That's the value you have to share, what that's like and how do you start up again. There's a lot of coaches, Renee, there's a lot of coaches on this team that took a break that are starting over again and they don't know how to start and it's scary. You did that. So like, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I do it. This is how I hit Success Club for the first time this month. Even though I took a break and it was hard to get, like, well, how did I restart? I can't share that same thing because I haven't taken a break in so long that I don't remember what that's like anymore. You know what I mean? Like, we did it, but I don't remember it like that. So there's a ton of value, you guys, that everybody in this team has to share and add to everybody else. Please tell me that makes sense. Okay.
No. Makes absolute sense.
Okay. I'm going to leave you guys alone because I'll go on and on about this because it excites me and I love it. So you guys, make sure, comment those things in this post below this, share it, and we will figure it out. We'll all collectively bring together all of this, and we'll move forward kicking ass and taking names. Sound good? Okay. You guys, thank you for your time. I do truly appreciate it. You guys have a fantastic night. Everybody, eat well. I say that to everyone. I can't not say it now. Eat well. We'll see you guys soon, okay? Good night, everybody.